Respected everyone, today we have discussed the topic of JavaScript. In this topic, we have to discuss some of the concepts like variables, condition statements, arrays, loops, and objects. Let's go into the variables. Variables are nothing but stored data values in the memory. Variables in our C or Java programming language like int, float, and double, etc. But in JavaScript, we have seen like let, cost, where. Mostly, we use let for every type of variables. The second one is conditional statements. Conditional statements allows you to execute code block on certain conditions. Means we have to check some conditions, then only we have to allow to the condition. In real world, we have to take like a situation like if you have give a scholarship to a person, they have at least eligibility of age of greater than 18, then only he or she eligible for the scholarship. Like the situation, we have to take that, we have to implement condition statements. On JavaScript also we same as C or Java language use if else statements. If a condition we have to mention what condition we have to mention. In else we have the condition, above condition is not checked, then it get into the else block, then this was executed. One thing we have to share that in C or Python we have the statement for printing a statement like in C like printf, and in Java language system.out.println like that. In JavaScript we see like as a console.log. Then only it prints the statement. Let's get into the next part, that is arrays. Arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. Like we have to store multiple values like sequence of numbers or anything. But when say variable we have to store one value. But using arrays we have to store multiple values in a order. But one thing I have to share, that is in arrays we have store homogeneous values. In C or Java we see arrays concept as same as JavaScript, but only difference is variables and data types. Data type here we use is let for let is used for any value like integer or string or etc. Here we have and see an example like let fruits is a variable name and equal to square brackets of some strings we have taken the array, and we have to print with the respect of index numbers. In the fruits of 1 we have the written as banana because index are taken from 0 to n. Okay, let's get into the fourth part, that is loops. Loops are used to sequence a block of code repeatedly. While we have to execute or print a multiple values in a output, we have to use loops. But when we don't use loops, this is difficult to write logic or print statements very long. But when we use loops, it is very simple to print the values. Like take an example, like we have to print values from 0 to 5. We have used this code for let I equal to 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon I plus plus, and then we have the for loop we write console.log I. In that the condition is printed from 0 to 4, the numbers were printed but not 5. because when it 5 this condition I less than 5 is false, so the loop is break, so that a loop will terminated from that state. Then only we have see the output as 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's get into the fifth part, that is functions. Functions are block of code designed to perform a particular task. Like when we see that if the conditions are used for some specific conditions check, but loops have a specific usage. In functions also a different uses. What is that uses is when for loop we have to print the values out, how many we have to print. But in functions that the block of code we have to call how many times we have, so that functions are useful. Functions are defined as function name and parameters, and the parameters and after that take in curly braces and what have to print, then we have to write the statements or conditions. Mm, the functions is more benefit for our code, for simply use the code multiple times when where situation we have to implement. And also functions are also used in C, Java and different languages. So as the same as in C, Python, Java, the function properties are same, but the representation is different. Sixth is objects. Objects are collection of properties where each property is a key value pair. Take in code as example. Let person equal to some sequence of list of values like name as Alice, age as 25, greet as a function. Greet is a function we have taken in this, and thus we have these are called as objects. Objects are represent like this. And then when objects are called as the variable name dot function name, then it gives the output as hello Alice. uh, Next go to the node.js concept. Mm, First, we have to know about what is Node.js. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome or VS V8 JavaScript engine that enables server-side scripting. We have to implement some programming language like in some compilers, but when we have coming to the JavaScript, this is implemented in Chrome or browsers. For that, Node.js is useful. And callback function in Node.js. Callback functions are functions passed an argument to other functions to be executed later. And let's go to the code for a clear understanding. That is, function fetch data, and we have brackets. We have the take callback, and then set timeout, and then we take some few lines of code. Then this get the output as data fetched. Like that, the code callback function is working. And then how to install packages in Node.js. Mm, For implementing some block of code, we use packages. Packages are very useful for writing JavaScript. Let's take some installing packages. Let's go to the syntax. Let's syntax is taken as npm install package name. Here we take a package name as express. Node.js use npm. npm means Node Package Manager to install packages. This is helps to simply know about packages. Then we have know about built a Telegram chatbot. A Telegram chatbot can be built using Node.js, and then we have a syntax like node hyphen telegram hyphen board hyphen API package. One thing I have to share that Telegram chatbot we have to create that when we install Telegram, and then that we have to implement some syntax, and then when sending that syntax we get a token. The token is very useful and very important, so we have to save the token. Let's example code is given taken like this. Const is a data type name and the Telegram boot unrequired, and in the previous we have discussed that like this. The program is defined like this. This is the uh, about Node.js concept and a JavaScript concept. Here is the end of the PPT. Mm. Finally, we have said that JavaScript is very useful, and it is simple, and we are easy to understand because we already know about programming languages like C and Java, etc. So this is simple when we focus on it, and then this is the final. And thank you for this video to watch it.